Hello, all you lovely souls who revel in embracing life just as I do. This is Neerja Malik, and you are welcome into my world of I Embrace. And what do we intend to do here? We delve into the many layers and shades of my life, exploring resilience, positivity, strength, and the inherent fun and laughter that lies deep within each of us. Interludes from my own exciting and adventurous journey, my personal battles and victories that have brought forth innumerable lessons in my life. It is these learnings that I place on a golden platter with utmost humility for your personal consumption. My dearest listeners, my darling ones the world over, this connection between us just seems to be getting stronger. And I am so happy that our tribe is continually and consistently growing. It's been on my mind that I've been wanting to share something with you. We all grow up with a righteous imagination. And as a child, having been exposed to the elements of nature and wonderful people around me, wonderful sights and scenes that I imbibed, wonderful animals that I became friends with, there's always so much that happens in the world. But you know, within that world is our world. And within our world is our imagination. And within our imagination, there are so many stories, there's so many experiences that sometimes you cannot tell the difference between reality and something that has just appeared in front of you like an unfurling cinema, a movie that you feel that you are participating in. You feel each and every nuance of the emotion that the actors are going through. And this has happened to me frequently from a very tiny baby little age. But what stands out, as recent as 4 years back, 2020, when my 3 broken ribs decided that I was not giving them enough attention. So they made their presence felt in the form of excruciating pain. Yes, I was given a lot of medication, 3 Ultrasets a day. Those are very strong painkillers for 15 days and nothing happened. The pain did get numb, but it didn't go. And then one bright day, yes, I do have certain healing methods where I warm my hands because our hands have healing power, and I put it on the areas that pain with a few words, and voila, the pain does go. But even that didn't seem to help. I was amazed. I was taken aback. And then I do not know whether it was a dream or whether it actually happened. It was so real. So let me open my heart and share that incident with you. We are all aware of the calendars or the lovely pictures in old books, new books, Tanjore paintings of Krishna on a swing, playing the flute for his beloved Radha as she sits next to him. And they are in this beautiful mood where the ambience and the background is a light shade of blue. And as they swing very gracefully, looking into each other's eyes so lovingly, they are deer, squirrels, butterfly, birds, maybe a little rivulet, all of this. And we have grown up with these pictures or these images that come to our mind. Kahani may twist. The swing is much larger. Large enough for me to lie down on. And I'm lying there in the same atmosphere where the flowers are sending out a wonderful fragrance, and all of me, body, mind, and soul, just eases into total meditative relaxation. And suddenly I find his presence. He is sitting by my left hip, and very lovingly, his one hand removes, as if thorns or as if something from my left rib cage, to be very precise, specific, and scientific, the region where the fourth, fifth, and sixth ribs are below my armpit. He is very diligently, with his right hand, plucking something out, and with his left hand, he's immediately pressing it down as if with a balm, or as if to cool the effect of the pain that I might have felt while things were being withdrawn from my body. And then, while he is on the left, so lovingly, so compassionately, so caringly doing this for me, Radha is sitting on my right. And what does she have? She has his flute in her hands. And as the swing moves in absolute synchronicity with our feelings, my emotions, my well-being, my getting better, my upliftment of the soul, she plays the flute. And it is so real. I wonder now, is it astral travel? Is it something that I feel I delve into and it helps me? Is it my faith and trust in God? What are the forces that combine together to make an impact on oneself with the grace of God? And from that day onward, in 2020, my pain has disappeared. Yes, I am absolutely beholden to the grace of God and to how the universe is always there in some form or the other. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, to make sure that all is well with my world. People, images, feelings, emotions, happenings, occurrences occur with frequent regularity to make me know and realize that I am here on this earth within nature's elements, within the creation of the Lord Almighty, and He is there to offer me anything and everything I need or require. I must ask. And asking for help doesn't reduce the space we come from. It's like a child with a mother. I remember that at the Sharda Mat, Pravrajika and Nirbhay Prana would always tell me, you are like that naughty child who demands, pulls at the mother's clothes, demands an extra laddu, or demands an extra sweetmeat. Demands. And what does the mother do? She gives it to the child. She says, you are like that, because when I went to the mat, even to date, I always get double helpings, triple helpings of what I want. It was something that she started for me. And I revel in the care and the compassion and the wonderful generosity, not only of beings here on earth that are there for me and my benefit, but to Thakur and Sharda Ma's grace. So we get what we want, what we need, what we require. We just need to put out, not even words, our thoughts, our vibrations are enough to give us what we aspire towards. And I think my children have taken after me, because from the time that I took them directly from the airport to the shrine in the Sharda Mat, they've grown up like their mother, going to the mat, doing what is necessary, enjoying the bhajans, and at the end of it, looking forward to getting extra helping of the nariyal ke laddu. So that is something that is generationally being carried forward. But let me tell you that any time I am uncomfortable physically, I need to take 10, 20 or 30 deep breaths depending on what is happening in my environment around me. I transport myself to that beautiful scene of the sun shining into the little opening in the forest where the trees are green and abundant, and the flowers, the breeze, the ambience, the little stones and pebbles, the animals of the animal kingdom, whether they are with wings or four-footed, communicating with each other, the butterflies. I just go in my mind into that scene, and suddenly a deep peace, a deep calm overcomes me, and I just let myself be in the moment, be in the now. I just am me. So that was one of my astral, I choose to call them astral travels. No, I'm not levitating. And I'm not at different places at different times and divided into, like a true Gemini, 54 of me. No. But the mind is beautiful. And the mind is connected to the soul. And the righteous imagination is literally a direct pathway between my mind, the minds of others, and a passageway to the one and only, Supreme, Almighty One, God. God. In any form, in any thought, or without form. Which, by the way, brings me to another astral travel of mine. And here, believe it or not, it is all around the babies and the babas of the gods and goddesses that are there all over the world. So there is this huge, as large as, let's say, bigger than a basketball team. It's like the deck of an aircraft carrier. Let's look at it that way. So imagine that being an air vehicle, like the ones that the gods traveled in. And in that, you have all the little toddlers of all the gods and goddesses. And they literally look like little replicas. A baby Hanuman, and baby Ganesha, and baby Saraswati, baby Lakshmi, and they're all having a blast. Yes, you have a little Jesus also, and you have a Mother Mary. You have all these, but tinier baby versions. And like a protective shield right around them are the adults standing all around. And these kids are having a blast, and I am witnessing this. So you have the inner lot of babies playing with squirrels or birds or balls or toys or making up their games, playing ringa ringa roses, or just sitting and communicating with each other. It's so beautiful. And all the adult ones are standing in a circle around them. And this whole field is actually being pulled. And guess what? The sun is harnessed to this field, and the sun is taking us through the space and the air. The breeze is playing on us, and the elements are all around, literally. Fragrance of the flowers, it's in the air. And suddenly, as we travel, and we are all having fun, because there is this feeling of total contentment, of living in the now, of enjoying every second as it is meant to be. The smiling sun, with all its rays of joy and beauty, is taking us through the clouds. But after a while, with all this exertion of the little ones, we all start feeling hot. And suddenly, magically, without saying anything, we have the moon that takes the place of the sun, cooling the air around us. Now, yes, you might think that these things are so illusory, these things are so delusory. But for me, I cannot distinguish between a dream or an imagination, because it is so real. The smiles, the bonhomie, the camaraderie, the feelings and the vibrations of warmth and joy and happiness. It actually, even now as I speak of it, I am consumed with that warmth and that happiness. And it is so beautiful that any time one can imagine something that one has gone through as if it is been so real, and all those wonderful feelings come into your being, settle into you, and give you such joy, happiness, contentment. And then the moon takes over and cools all of us. And there is an air of festivity, and we travel on beyond. So yes, that was another one of my roamings, as I can call it. And I enjoy them. I revel in them. And yes, when need be, they pop up again and I relive those wonderful feelings. So imagine if you've had a bad day or things haven't gone right and you just need to be, and you have a choice of all your travels in your mind, in your dreams, and you can pick and choose. Or rather, you don't pick and choose them, they pick and choose you. And what your feelings at that precise moment are and what you need at that time. And that one pops up in front of you and says, voila, here I am, and see me through. So this is the abundant grace of God, where our mind is such a tool that it takes us without getting up from my chair. It takes me to places all over, known and unknown in the world. And at this point, all I can say is happy traveling. Happy traveling with me. Happy journeying into my life, into my mind, and holding my hand and enjoying the various occurrences, happenings, experiences that God showers us with to love and to live happily. And when one talks about or feels the presence of the gods and goddesses, how can one not think of Shiva? I know that I've mentioned it before, that someone told me that they saw Shiva behind my right shoulder. Well, I don't take these things as either intense or fanatic belief, but I do not dispel or dismiss what she says, because so many things are possible in this world of beings, of vibrations, of amazing episodes. So one cannot view it in any other way other than the way one looks at it. And people can relate with it, resonate with it, relive it in their imaginations, or people can turn around and say, I don't believe in this. It doesn't do anything for me. But for me, it makes a world of a difference. And Shiva cannot be left behind. And where did I meet him? Well, I've met him frequently in different places like Tiruvannamalai or up in the north while climbing up towards Vaishno Devi, at the Brikeshwara temple at the border of Pakistan and India, beyond Uri. There's so many places that one has come across Shiva. But what was this very short though sweet connection that I had with him? Many face-to-face meetings, but this particular one was in a cave somewhere in the Himalayas where there was snow all around and a blizzard was rushing through the spaces. Yes, there were golden-eyed cats prowling outside, and here we were, both of us facing each other. And his being was emanating such beautiful aura which encompassed me too. And I sat there cross-legged. I know it was me, not in the form that I am in right now, but it was my being sitting there right across. Eyes were shut, his and mine, but the atmosphere was full of vibrations of first turbulence, because when you learn something or you feel something anew, there has to be a churning or a turbulence. And then that settles down. And as the knowledge seeps into your being, you realize that you are home within yourself, and the greatest master is in front of you, and you are just a speck of humanity, absolutely blooming in the aura of this wonderful God. Yes, this mountainous experience. And I call it experience because when I did experience it, it was real. The sounds, the sight, yes, even the chill, it was real, palpable, and yet beautiful, wonderful. The words are not enough to describe these occurrences, but I bow my head in total and complete worship. Not only here, I have had tete-a-tetes with Goddess Kuan Yin, with Mother Mary, with Jesus Christ, and I feel they are around us just to give us the strength, the resilience, and the courage we need as we tackle our life's journey day by day by day. I Embrace isn't just about my journey of conquering cancer. It's about embracing life in all its entanglement and beauty. Remember, in this journey of life, you are never alone. And I need to thank you for becoming a part of this inspiring journey. Thank you for joining me today on I Embrace, and my heartfelt wishes. Stay resilient, stay positive, and most importantly, keep embracing life in all its glory.